Peter is at his apartment testing his homemade web shooters with the help of his AI assistant Evie. He notices his aim has been off for the past few days. After every mission, he also suffers from severe headaches and relies on medicine to keep them under control. He'll keep protecting the city under another identity, Spiderman, the world's greatest superhero. To the public, he's an unstoppable legend hunting down armed gangs, superpowered mercenaries, and crime syndicates until crime rates hit historic lows. But beneath the mask, Peter is completely alone. One day, a hijacked military tank tears through downtown, smashing barricades while police cars chase it uselessly from every direction. Spider-Man lands directly in its path, but instead of stopping, it accelerates. Inside, the driver moves strangely, almost like a puppet controlled by someone else. He realizes a mysterious force is jumping from her into other nearby people, taking control of them one after another. At the same time, Scorpion is being transported to another prison by DODC officers. The same mysterious entity possesses one of the officers, who suddenly announces that Scorpion is no longer being taken to prison. Spider-Man arrives just in time and tries to understand what is controlling everyone. The moment Spider-Man confronts him, an invisible force tries to invade his own mind. Images flashing, voices whispering from nowhere and fail, then vanishes before he can respond. For the first time in years, Spider-Man realizes he isn't hunting the enemy anymore. The enemy has already found him. Detectives find nothing wrong with the driver's background. Whatever controlled him wasn't standing nearby. It was hiding inside his mind. Seeking answers, Spider-Man visits Yelena Belova. She rules out telepathy and suggests something older, possession. Certain entities can occupy a body, forcing it to obey while the host remembers nothing. Spider-Man, oddly, is immune. She also reveals that every possessed victim has searched damage controls database for one word, VMAX. Nobody knows what it means, but someone wants it badly. And with the Avengers occupied elsewhere, it's on Spider-Man to find out. At Damage Control's fortress-like headquarters, scanners flag Spider-Man's enhanced body the moment he enters. Director Bill Metzger personally smooths things over and gives him a tour past alien weapons and supervillain tech the agency studies rather than destroys. Deep inside, a massive vault catches Spider-Man's attention. The next day, Peter is relaxing at a cafe when Ned casually mentions he's heading to a housewarming party. Peter quickly realizes it's MJ's new home and secretly follows him. For the first time in years, Peter comes face to face with MJ, introducing himself as Maynard to keep his identity hidden. Moments later, MJ's boyfriend arrives and kisses her. Heartbroken, Peter quietly leaves and swings through the rain-soaked streets of New York. By the time he reaches home, his headaches become unbearable and he collapses. The following morning, Peter wakes up inside a giant web cocoon. As he breaks free, he's horrified to discover organic webs shooting directly from his hands. Evie scans his body and reveals that Peter's DNA is mutating. Years of stress, loneliness, and emotional pain have caused his spider DNA to overpower his human side, making him stronger than ever while giving him natural webbing. Before Peter can understand his new powers, Scorpion's location appears on his phone. He rushes into battle, but his mutation spirals out of control. His eyes turn completely black as his spider instincts take over, allowing him to brutally defeat Scorpion. Once he regains control, Peter realizes Scorpion was being manipulated by the same mysterious force. Fearing his mutation is becoming uncontrollable, he seeks help from Bruce Banner, now teaching at Empire State University. Hiding his identity as Nedley, Peter learns about Banner's inhibitor technology and develops a universal inhibitor chip. It successfully suppresses his mutation, but only for a short time before overheating, failing. Meanwhile, the mysterious force finally reveals itself. It's Jean Grey, who has been controlling people while searching for the truth behind a classified DODC project known as VMAX. A flashback reveals that years ago, Jean's sister, Sarah Grey, was captured by DODC because of her telepathic powers. Before disappearing, Sarah's final message to Jean was only 2 words, VMX. Since then, Jean has been searching for her sister's fate, but Bill Metzger tricks Spider-Man into believing Jean is the villain. To force Peter out of her way, Jean sneaks into his apartment and discovers a 4-year-old letter he wrote to MJ. Through telepathy, she warns Peter that MJ will be her next target if he keeps interfering. Peter immediately takes MJ away to protect her, but Jean secretly controls her mind. She makes MJ believe her memories have returned, leading to an emotional kiss. Just when Peter thinks he's finally gotten her back, MJ suddenly whispers, "I'm not MJ, I'm Jean." The emotional shock triggers Peter's mutation. In a moment of rage, he grabs MJ by the throat before instantly regaining control and saving her. Jean then appears in person and gives Peter one final final warning to stay out of her way. Determined to protect MJ, Peter hides her aboard the Punisher's ship and explains his plan to stop Jean using the inhibitor chip. MJ discovers the chip is overheating because of radiation from her mask's lens, and together they fix the problem. At the same time, Jean infiltrates a secure DODC facility searching for VMAX. She mind controls Bruce Banner and uses Hulk to break into a restricted vault. Spider-Man arrives and attacks, but Jean turns Hulk against him, triggering a massive battle. While Spider-Man fights Hulk, Jean controls the Punisher and forces him to open the vault. Bill Metzger is waiting inside, and Jean immediately enters his mind. Before she can uncover the truth, Peter reaches her and attaches the inhibitor chip, shutting down her powers. Bill quickly knocks her unconscious with a taser. Before passing out, Jean whispers one name, Sarah. That single word makes Peter question everything. Bill claims Jean was only searching for a girl named Sarah, and Jean is locked inside a DODC prison. Back on the Punisher's ship, Peter discovers MJ has read the letter he wrote years ago. Hurt that he hid the truth, she asks to know who Peter Parker really is. For the first time since everyone forgot him, Peter removes his mask and reveals his identity. Later, Peter walks MJ home. While talking, she admits she remembers nothing from the time Jean controlled her. Peter suddenly realizes Scorpion also lost all his memories after being controlled. If every victim forgets everything, then how could Bill remember Jean searching his mind? That's when Peter finally understands the truth. Bill has been lying all along, and Jean is innocent. Peter rushes back to the DODC, where Jean is being tortured inside a hidden VMAX chamber. Seeing the same room where her sister died unleashes her full power. She breaks free, captures Bill, and turns the torture machine against him before sending the Hand to eliminate Spider-Man. Peter is badly beaten, and both his web shooters are destroyed. With no other choice, he removes the inhibitor chip completely. His spider DNA reaches its peak, but this time he controls the mutation instead of losing himself. Using his organic webs, he defeats the Hand and confronts Jean. Jean finally enters Peter's memories and witnesses Aunt May's final lesson, that a life of pain comes with being different. Seeing everything Peter has endured changes her completely. She realizes Peter was never her enemy, and the two finally stand together. But the Punisher still believes Jean is dangerous. He fires a sniper shot, and Peter's spider sense reacts instantly. Peter jumps in front of Jean, taking the bullet himself. As Peter lies dying, Jean uses her powers to keep him alive while the Punisher rushes him to the hospital. Peter recovers the very next day, and that's where the story ends.